我们要看的经文是在约翰福音第5章第17节。
The scripture reading today is taken from the book of John, chapter 5, verse 17.
那这节经文相当的宝贝啊，
This verse is very precious.
也是耶稣的名言之一。
This is also one of the famous quote of Jesus Christ.
那耶稣这样说哈，耶稣对他们说：“我父做事直到如今，我也做事。”
Jesus said to them, "My Father is always at his work to this very day, so I too am working."
那今天我要谈的题目就是退休啊，生活和侍奉的转型。
Today we are going to talk about retirement, the transformation of life and ministry.
再过几天我就是退休的牧师了，
After a few days, I'm a retired pastor.
所以今天就讲一讲退休的一些的感受。
So today I will talk about the feeling of getting retired.
感谢上帝的恩典，
I give thanks to God's grace
让我能够在槟城有角路卫理公会牧会41年。
that He allows me to serve in Madras Lane Chinese Methodist Church for a total of 41 years.
我是在1978年神学毕业，
I graduated from the seminary in the year of 1978.
并且就当年11月，华人年例会正式委派我来本堂担任传道。
And in the month of November of the same year, I was officially appointed as the preacher of this church.
那时我还未满25岁啊，
At that time, I was not even 25 years old.
意思是说我24岁多一点而已。
Means that time I was only 24 years old plus.
我记得我是在1978年12月30号拜六傍晚，我来到槟城。
I remember I arrived Penang on 30th December year 1978. It was a Saturday.
我是从我的老家阿罗斯塔坐 bus 来到北海的车站，
I took a bus ride from Alostar, my hometown, and stopped at Butterworth.
然后就坐渡轮进入冰岛，
And I took a ferry to the island
然后我就坐3轮车来到有角路的礼拜堂，
and ride on a tricycle to the chapel in Madras Lane.
那也是我侍奉41年的教会。
It is also the church that I have been serving for 41 years.
所以今天是我最后一次以主理牧师的身份来传讲信息。
Today is my last day preaching as a chief pastor.
再过几天，我虽然是牧师，但是身份是退休的牧师。
In another few more days, I will be a retired pastor.
我们卫理公会的规定，凡是满了65岁就必须退休。
According to the rules in Methodist Church, anyone over 65 must retire.
但是退休不是停止侍奉，
Retirement is not a cessation of ministry,
而是以另一种身份继续的侍奉。
but a continuation of ministry in another capacity.
目前我们这个华人年例会
At present, in our Chinese Annual Assembly,
我们已经一共有60多位退休的牧师传道。
we have over 60 retired pastors.
他们有一些还在不同的教会在侍奉，参与侍奉。
Some of whom are still serving in different churches.
所以对牧师来说，退休是从职位上退下来，然后以另一种身份继续的来侍奉。
Therefore, for a pastor, retirement is about stepping back from his position and continuing his ministry in another capacity.
这是所谓的退而不休。
This is called a retreat.
那很多人都问我
Many people ask me,
喂，你侍奉了41年，有什么感受？
how do you feel after 41 years of ministry?
当然是有的了。
Of course I do feel
你看
something.
我回顾过去的日子我有几方面的感受。
Looking back at my old days, I have felt a few things.
第一，上帝的保守和怜悯。
First, the guardian and mercy of God.
若不是天父上帝的恩典我能够做什么？
What can I do if it's not the grace from my Heavenly Father?
这41年来，我都在天父的恩典中成长的。
All my 41 years have been spent in the grace of the Father.
无论是过去、现在或是将来，我都需要上帝的恩典跟怜悯。
Whether past, present, or future, I will always be in need of God's grace and mercy.
那第二，众信徒的关怀和理解。
Second, the care and understanding of the believers.
你们对我的关怀，我都会记得。
I will always remember your concern for me.
我没有什么可以回馈给你们，
I have nothing to give back to you.
然而你们都会在我的祷告当中出
But
现。
you all will all be in my prayers.
老师，以后如果你们有什么需要，我为你们祷告，你们可以通知我，just WhatsApp 给我就可以了。
If there's any need for me to pray, especially for you, do let me know.
所以我就恳求天父上帝亲自报答你们的爱心。
I only beg upon our Heavenly Father to personally repay your love towards
那
me.
么第三就是侍奉团队的共事和同心。
Third, the team who serve and work together.
在教会的侍奉当中
In the ministry of the church,
若是单单靠一个人的力量是没有办法推动教会的事工的。
if one is alone, there is no way to advance the ministry of the church.
然后谢谢你们跟我一起配搭，一起同工，一起为主的教会来辛劳。
Thank you for joining me, working together, and working together for the Lord's church.
那因着我们的同心，我们的合作，教会才能够建立起来。
Because of our unity and cooperation, the church can be established.
那么第四家庭成员的体谅和忍受。
Fourth, the family members' understanding and tolerance.
牧师也是人来，你说什么？
A pastor is also a person.
也会闹情绪，也会发脾气的咯。
Also will be moody and lose his temper at times.
不要以为牧师每次笑没有脾气啊。
Don't think pastor is always smiling and do not have any temper.
不过牧师的脾气常常是在家里发作的啦。
However, it is usually a seizure at home.
所以你要知道牧师的家人最常受牧师的气。
So the pastor family is most often the victim of the
所
pastor.
以家人常常是牧师的出气筒啊。
The family is often the channel for pastor to release temper.
所以我要感谢牧师娘跟我2个女儿懂得体谅和忍受这个老爸的脾气啊。
So I want to thank my wife and my 2 daughters for understanding and tolerating my temper.
那所以回顾过去的日子，我只能够用一句话来总结。
So looking back on my past days, I can only summarize in one sentence.
感恩，除了感恩还是感恩。
Give thanks, continuously giving thanks.
有不少的会友听说我要退休他们都很惊讶的问我
Many of my friends were surprised when they heard that I was going to retire and asked me,
他说牧师也有退休的咩？
there is retirement for pastors too?
对他们来说，牧师好像宗教的人物一样。
For them, the pastor is like other religious
你
figures,
看，好像和尚啦、尼姑啦、神父啦、修女，都是终身的了，哪里有退休的？
such as the monks, nuns, priests, sisters. There are no retirement for them.
当然，牧师的身份是终身的，
Of course, the pastor's identity is lifelong.
除非我犯错被开除
Unless I was expelled due to wrongdoing,
我才要把我的身份这个牧师的证书交出来。
hence I need to return my identity back
所以我那时候就没有牧师的身份了。
and will no longer be a pastor.
所以退休对一个牧师来说，是从职位上退下来，
To a pastor, retirement is to retreat from its position,
但是他的侍奉却是终身的。
but his ministry is lifelong.
那其实我们都知道，在以前的时代没有退休的观念的。
In fact, we all know that in previous times there was no concept of retirement.
你看，在农业就是周产农业的时代，你能够做你就做，
In the age of agriculture, you can do as you please
一直做到你不能够做为止。
until the day you can no longer work.
那这是活到老你就做到老，
This is what it means by work until you are old,
直到你扛下来不能做为止。
until you are unable to carry on your work anymore.
所以在那个时代没有所谓的退休的制度，
At that time, there was no age limit to retirement.
但是来到工业就是工厂的时代，工作就有制度化了。
But in the age of industrialization, work is institutionalized,
也规定说你一天工作的时间有多长，
and there are limits to working hours.
工作的年龄也有规定了。
and the eligible age to work.
那有了工作的限制，就产生了退休的制度跟观念。
With the restriction of work, the concept of retirement and the system are born.
所以，当我们踏入职场的时候，要知道自己不是一世人在做工。
Therefore, the moment when we enter a workplace, we need to know that we are now working whole life long.
而是有限期的。
But we have a deadline to meet.
年龄一到，你自然就退下来了。
When the maturity has arrived, we must step down.
然而，随着人的寿命啊，越来越长了咯。
However, as people live longer,
你知道我们马来西亚的华人，我们平均的寿命啊是多长？你知道吗？
we Malaysian Chinese, do you know how much is what is the average life expectancy?
那我们马来西亚华人，我们平均的寿命啊77岁。
It is 77 years old.
你看这样一来啊，哇，乐龄人士越来越多了咯。
As a result, senior citizens are getting more and more.
退休的人士也越来越多了咯。
The number of retirees has also gradually increasing.
你想，若是你从职场工作退下来，你可能还要多花20、30年呐。
After retirement, you may live another 20 to 30 years.
所以现代人就有了退休生涯的规划。
So modern people now have plan their life after retirement.
那退休之后，你这20、30年，你要怎样过啊？
But how do you spend your 20 to 30 years in retirement?
你在市场上已经有很多的书、很多的文章、很多的讲座，在告诉你怎样来规划你退休的生活。
There are already many books, articles, or lectures in the market that tell you how to plan your life after retirement.
那有一篇文章就讲到退休四宝。
There's an article to talk about 4 treasures of retirement,
他告诉我们你要怎样准备你退休的生活。
which tells us how to get ready for the life after retirement.
那作者告诉我们，工作不是全部，退休不是结束，应当为着退休而做准备。
The author tells us work is not all, retirement is not the end. One should be prepared for the retirement.
那对退休的人士最大的困扰3方面。
For retirees, the biggest problem is threefold.
第一，身体衰弱；
First, the recession in health.
第二，经济缺乏，没路
Second, lacking financially.
第三，失去社交的圈子。
Third, losing in social circle.
所以你为了要过一个很舒适的退休生活，
In order to be able to live a comfortable retirement life,
所以我们必须要趁早储备退休四宝。
we must reserve the 4 treasures of retirement as early as possible.
什么叫做退休四宝呢？
What are the 4 treasures of retirement?
第一宝就是你的健康啊。
First is your health.
在老化的过程当中，我们身体的机能啊，也随着年龄啊，慢慢的衰退。
In the process of aging, the body's function is declining with age,
这是你没有办法抗拒的啦。
which is no way to resist.
这也是我们应当接受的事实来。
But we should accept the fact.
所以你要趁早养成健康生活的习惯。
Therefore, we should develop the habit of healthy living earlier.
那什么是叫做健康的好习惯呢？
What are the habits of healthy living?
那好的心情啦，适当的运动啦，足够的休息啦，均衡的饮食啦。
These are good mood, proper exercise, adequate rest, and a balanced diet.
那么第二宝呢，就是经济啊。
Second is finance.
人退休之后啊，有人退休之后，他会找一份很轻松的工作。
After retirement, some people opt for a cushy job.
那一方面打发时间呢，一方面至少还有一点的收入啦。
On one hand is to pass the time. On the other hand is to earn extra income.
然而，若是你没有工作，你也没有收入啊。
However, if you do not work, there will be no income.
通常退休人士啊，是靠着储蓄来养生了啦。
Often, retirees rely on their savings,
当然，有一些靠着子女的供养啦。
and some on the support of their children.
那不管怎样啊，你总是必须要做好准备啦。
In any case, it is important to be prepared in advance
免得老的时候经济困难啊带来的痛苦啊。
to avoid suffering from economic difficulties.
那么第三呢，兴趣。
Third is our hobbies.
那退休之后，我们的生活比较清闲，你有很多空闲的时间哦。
The life after retirement is relatively ideal.
若是你整天无所事事啊，你的人也比较容易什么痴呆啊。
If one spends the day doing nothing, the chances of getting dementia is relatively higher.
如果你什么都没有做，你的情绪也会比较低落。
The mood is also relatively poor.
所以年轻的时候你要培养什么兴趣？
Therefore, young people should cultivate interest
所以让自己在退休之后，你能够继续的去发展你的兴趣。
in order to allow themselves to continue developing after retirement.
那么第四啊，社交。
Fourth, social.
现代的人都忙着工作的，
Due to busy work schedule,
所以他社交的范围啊、圈子啊，多数是工作的朋友。
most of the social circle are friends from work.
那退休之后，工作上的朋友就很少来往了。
After retirement, we no longer communicate with our workmates that
Just-
often anymore.
加上我们的子女啊，都有自己的生活了。
In addition to the children growing up with their own lives,
那么我们这些退休人士就会感觉到啊，很孤单，
the retirees are more likely to be prone to loneliness
所
among.
以应当扩大我们社交的圈子，
Therefore, one should expand their own social circle,
多结交新朋友，
meet new friends,
也要保持跟旧朋友的友谊。
but also maintaining the existing friendship.
那我们基督徒在这方面应该比别人更优越，
Christians in this regard should be better than the outsiders
因为我们有教会的生活，
because we have church community.
我们可以参与教会的活动，
We can participate
在
in
教会
church
当中我们
activities.
会认识不同的人，
In church, we will meet different kind of people
我们会结交不同的朋友，
and make different kinds of friends.
所以我们必须要珍惜教会的生活，参与教会的活动。
Therefore, we must cherish our church community by participating in church activities.
那以上这4点，我们叫做退休世报。
These are the 4 treasures of retirement.
趁着年轻的时候就储备，以便过一个很舒适的退休的生活。
which taught us to be prepared during our young age in order to lead a comfortable life after retirement.
可能我们会问一个问题哈，
Perhaps some of us might ask,
到底圣经有没有提到退休的观念？
does the Bible mention the concept of retirement?
那旧约的时代是3、4年前的3、4千年的时代，
The era of Old Testament is about the age of 3,000 to 4,000 years.
那么新约圣经的时代也差不多是2000年的时代。
The age of New Testament is also about 2,000 years ago.
在当时社会是没有所谓的退休的，
At that time, the society do not have the concept of so-called retirement.
不过我们在圣经当中啊，我们找到有关于退休的制度的了。
However, we could read about the system of retirement in Bible.
你看在民数记8章24到26节啊，
The book of Numbers, chapter 8, verse 24 to 26,
他就提到以色列这个利未人啊，在会幕的服侍，
has mentioned the service of the Levites at the tabernacles.
这些利未人哦，这个支派是上帝的被拣选他们在会幕就是圣殿啊，会幕里面服侍的人。
The Levites were specifically chosen by God to serve in the tabernacles.
所以他们在圣殿会幕里面，他们是负责打扫啦、点灯啊，还有搬这些祭物等等的工作来。
They did cleaning, lighting, moving the offerings, and so on in the tabernacle.
那圣经这样说啊，利未人是这样，从25岁开始，他们要前来认治办会幕的事。
The Levites are like this. From the age of 25, they have to come to work for the tabernacle.
到了50岁，要停工退任，不再办事了。
At the age of 50, they have to stop working and retire, and they will stop working.
只要在会幕里和他的兄弟们一起侍候，尽守所吩咐的，不再办事了。
As long as they are in the tabernacle, and with the brethren, they are waiting to be kept and do not do anything.
那这是上帝为利未人在会幕侍奉所规定的退休的制度。
This is the retirement system prescribed by God for the service of the Levites in the tabernacles.
那按照利未人认治的制度，可能是他们25岁开始就接受那个训练5年。
According to the system of the Levites, it could be they began to train for 5 years in the age of 25.
30岁他们正式在会幕里面来服侍。
And in the age of 30, they began to serve officially in the tabernacle
50岁他们就退休了。
and retire at the age of 50.
他们退休了就不必担任出众的工作，
They do not have to do the heavy tasks after retirement,
但是还是可以协助年轻人的侍奉。
but they can assist the young people with their ministry.
他们虽然是退休，但是还是利未人，
Although they have retired, but they are still a Levite.
他们的身份是没有改变的，
Their status remains unchanged.
他们还是可以在会幕里面的活动，
They can still move around the tabernacle
他们还是可以承担看守会幕的工作，
and also assume the work of guarding the tabernacle.
他们没有被限制不可以参与侍奉。
They are not restricted from serving.
他们的退休不是全退，
Their retirement does not mean completely withdrawn from their duty.
只是转换工作的形式而已。
It was just a shift in the form of work.
那如果从圣经这个角度来看退休
If you look at retirement from the perspective of the Bible,
退休只不过是侍奉的转型。
retirement is nothing more than a transformation of ministry.
那有一节经文给我们一个启示，
There is a Bible verse that gives us a revelation.
耶稣说：“我父做事，直到如今，我也做事。”
My Father is always at his work to this very day, so I too am working.
主耶稣的意思是说，上帝从来没有停止过工作的咯。
Lord Jesus means that God never ceased to work.
他的怜悯、他的慈爱、他的审判仍然在继续。
His mercy, love, and judgment are still ongoing.
上帝永不停止的工作，
God never stops working.
所以主耶稣启示给我们一个人生的真理：
Lord Jesus reveals to us a truth.
生命永远要往前走，只是走的步伐可以不一样。
Life is always moving forward, but with different kind of pace.
生命没有静止的，
Life is never static.
它永远就是向前的。
It is always moving forward.
所以退休不是停下来，而是改变一下你的步伐而已。
Retirement is not a stop, but a change in your pace.
对，退休不是死了咯，只是停慢一点而已。你要记得，
Retirement is not to stop everything, but to slow down your pace.
有句话说，生命就是使命。
There is a saying, live life with mission.
有一些教会把这句话印在他们的 T 恤。
Some churches would print this out on their T-shirt.
生命如果是使命的话，
If life is a mission,
那么活着就是要实践使命。
then living is to realize the mission.
我们要在人生的每一个阶段活出使命。
We have to live out the commandments at every stage of our life.
退休是人生的一个阶段，
Retirement is a stage in life.
在这个阶段当中，我们还是活着，
In this stage, we are still alive.
所以我们必须活出使命。
So we shall live out our mission.
圣经启示我们，生命的侍奉是终身的。
The Bible also teaches us that the service of life is lifelong.
上帝应许我们说：“你的日子如何，你的力量也如何。”
God has promised us, your strength will equal your days.
所以，无论你的年龄有多长，
No matter how old we are,
只要你存心要侍奉，
if you have the will to serve,
上帝必定赐给你足够的力量。
God will give us sufficient strength.
就好像上帝对保罗这样说：“我的恩典够你用。”
Just as what God has said to Paul, my grace is sufficient for you.
其实上帝也在期待我们
God also has his expectation
年老的时候仍然要结果子，要满了自降而长 fasting。
that we will bear fruit in old age and will stay fresh and green.
老年人也还可以结果子，
The elderly people can also bear fruit
结果子就是你的侍奉。
through serving.
所以主耶稣启示我们，生命是永不止境的。
Lord Jesus revealed to us that life is never static.
所以基督徒的生命是没有所谓的退休，
Therefore, Christian life is not called retirement,
而是转换另一个形式而已。
but a shift in the form of work.
所以即使是退休了，
Therefore, even it is retirement,
仍然能够从事另一类的活动，持续什么发展成长。
we could still engage in another type of activities, sustainable development and growth,
而且在体力许可之下，你继续发挥你生命的潜能。
which are within our physical ability to unleash the potential of life.
若是从这个积极的角度或是信仰的角度来看退休，
If you look at retirement from a positive point of view or from a religious point of view,
我们就会发现到不同的意义。
you will find a different meaning.
有的人这样解释这个英文的 retired，
Some people explain the word retire in English.
他们说这个 tired 啊是疲倦啊或是累的意思嘛 tired。
The word tired means tired or exhausted.
他们也说这个 tired 也是一个轮胎啊胎轮胎的
At the same time, it could also be meant by car tire.
这个车的轮胎啊，美国人是用 tire T-R-E 啊，美国人用这个字。
The Americans spell it as T-I-R-E.
那么英国人是用 T-Y-R-E。
The British spell it as T-Y-R-E.
所以这个 retired 啊，可以是说retired 再疲倦啊，再疲倦，
The word retire could be meant by tired once again,
或者是说双重的疲倦啊，双重的疲倦。
or it could mean by double the tiredness.
那退休之后，若是你不懂得面对退休的生活，
After retirement, if you do not how to encounter the life of
那
retirement,
么你生命的压力就会很大，
then one will be under a lot of pressure,
你的生活也会失去这个趣味、趣味。
and one will also lose interest in life.
这样人也容易什么疲倦衰老。
In this way, people also tend to get tired and old easily.
这个就是再疲倦 ，retire 再疲倦啊，双重疲倦的意思。
This is what it means by tired once again.
哎，可能在我们的朋友当中哦，
Perhaps among our friends,
我们会发现到这样的现象哦。
we could also observe this
你
phenomenon,
看他们退休之前，在退休之后，完全不同的形象。
which is before and after retirement is of completely different image.
哎，退休之后，他们看起来很潦倒、很失落、很失意的样子哦。
The look of after retirement seems to be very down, lost, and frustrated.
这就是 retire 再疲倦啊。
This is what it means by tired once again,
但是
retired.
退休积极的意思啊，就是再换轮胎。
The positive meaning of retirement means changing of tire.
我们知道轮胎是有一个期限、有一个寿命的。
We all know that there is a lifetime limit for a tire.
若是你常常跑啊，比较容易快化；
It will be worn out if it runs regularly.
若是你不常跑的话，它的胶质就会硬化。
If it does not run often, its gum will be hardened eventually.
所以必须要常常检查轮胎。
Therefore, we must check out our tires
有
regularly
需要时，你就要更换，让车子走得更安稳。
and replace it when needed so the car can go in a more stable manner.
哎，若是退休时候换另外一个轮胎，
If retirement is as if replacing another
它就
tire,
增加了一份生命力，
it is to increase the vitality of life,
让生命充满着力量，什么继续的奔跑。
to allow life to move on with full strength.
所以退休啊，就是为着生命更换一个新的轮胎。
Retire is the replacement of new tires of life.
所以退休是另一层工作的转换，
Therefore, retirement is a transition from another job,
而不是从工作中退下来，
not a retirement from work,
更不是宣布从此不工作了。
not to announce that you will no longer work anymore.
那美国前任的总统啊，卡特，
The former president of United States,
他
Jimmy Carter,
他今年已经95岁了，
he is 95 years old,
他只做一任的总统而已。
and he has only been president for 1 year.
当他从政治的工作退下来之后，
After retiring from his political career,
他仍然参与福利的工作。
he remained involved in welfare work.
他除了在教会教主日学，
He worked in the Sunday school
他还担任义工。
and also volunteer.
他的兴趣是做木工，
His interest was in carpentry,
所以他去做木工啊，帮人家来建屋子。
so he worked as a carpenter to help people to build houses.
他从政治的工作的层面退下来，仍然参与社会福利的工作。
He stepped down from political work and took part in the work of social welfare.
他的退休只不过是换另外一个轮胎，继续的服务人民，贡献他自己。
His retirement is nothing more than replacing another tire to continue the service for the people to contribute himself.
有一句话这样说哈，
There is a saying,
退休之前靠置业为生， 退休之后是靠兴趣为生。
Life before retirement depends on occupation. Life after retirement depends on interest.
哎，你兴趣的范围很广的咯，
The range of interests can be very wide.
每个人都有他的兴趣，
Every individual has their own interest,
只不过大家的兴趣不同而已。
which is different from each other.
我有一个住在沙巴的同学，
I have a classmate who lives in Sabah.
那他的兴趣是什么？饮茶喝茶，
His interest is to drink tea.
所以他常常邀请朋友一起来喝茶。
He often invites his friend over for tea.
所以当我一提到他的名字，
So whenever I mention his name,
沙巴教会的人就会告诉我，
the people in Sabah church would tell me
他一定会请你喝茶的。
he will definitely invite you for tea.
那喝茶不只是一个人喝而已嘛，
Tea can be enjoyed by our own.
可以邀请朋友来一起喝的，
Also could enjoy it together with our friends.
这就是兴趣。
This is what it means by interest.
所以对我来讲，
To me,
退休就是生活和侍奉的转型。
retirement is the transformation of life and ministry.
你看退休之后
After my retirement,
我生活的中心不再是教会了，
the focus of my life will no longer be church,
而是家庭。
but my family.
所以有一些会友问我
Some of the members ask me,
他说：“哎，牧师你退休了，住在哪里
where do I live after my retirement?
我退休我要住在那里。
Yeah, where do I live after my retirement?
我的回答是这样
My answer is,
我的孩子住在那里，我也住在那里
I live wherever my children lives.
我的孩子在吉隆坡做工咯，
My kids are working in Kuala Lumpur,
我当然不可能一个人住在槟城的，
and I certainly would not live alone in Penang.
所以我是需要过去跟他们一起生活。
So I need to be around with them.
这就是生活的转型啦，
This is the transformation of life,
从教会到家庭。
from church to family.
我也不必去烦恼了，怎样处理教会的问题
I do not have to worry about dealing and problem solving of the church,
你不必去计划安排教会的工作了啦。
how to plan and arrange the ministry of the church.
这不是我的职分了，
These are not my duties anymore,
我不需要去过问了，
so I shall interfere no more.
所以我会专注我家庭的生活。
I will focus on my family.
这就是生活的转型。
This is the transformation of life.
那么侍奉的转型呢？
How about the transformation of ministry?
我是主理牧师的时候，我必须专注一间教会我是这里的牧师，我要去专注这里的教会。
When I was still the chief pastor, I had to focus on a church.
即使我被邀请到印尼讲道我也是匆匆忙忙去拜六去，讲完道有时礼拜天就回来了，有时拜一就回来，匆匆去，匆匆的回来。
Even if I was invited to preach in Indonesia, I have to rush the trip forth and back
因为我不能够离开教会太久嘛。
because I cannot leave the church for too long.
那退休之后
However, after my retirement,
我不被限制在一间教会了，
I do not have to be confined to a church.
我可以自由到各教会讲道，
I will be free to preach in any churches.
我也不必匆匆的去又匆匆的赶回来。
I do not have to rush the trips,
我可以在那边多住几天的。
and I could stay a few days if I want.
退休之后，我不必负责教会行政的工作，
After my retirement, I do not have to be in charge of the church
不
administration,
必计划教会的事工，安排这个侍奉的人员了。
planning church ministries.
这是主理牧师的工作，
These are the duties of a chief
所以
pastor.
我们退休的牧师在这方面可以免去这方面的压力跟重担
A retired pastor can also relieve from stress and burden from this aspect.
那我在槟城住了41年，
I have lived in Penang for 41 years,
这里算是我的第二故乡
and this is also like my second
所
hometown.
以我可以算是槟城人可以吗？
I'm considered a Penangite
虽然我
too,
是阿罗萨出席
even though I was born in
那
Alostar.
在这里我有很多的回忆的咯。
There are many memories for me here.
槟城有我牧养41年的教会，
I have been in this church for 41 years.
有我的朋友，有我的同工，
I have my friends, my co-workers,
也有你们这些可爱的会友
and you lovely people.
当然还有槟城的美食叉龟条福建面
And of course, Penang's food.
所以我会常常回来槟城的，
So I will be coming back often for sure.
我会1个月回来一次，不要怕。
I will come back once a month.
那在我一生当中哈，
Throughout my life,
最重要的时间呢，这就是41年在有角路的生活。
the most important time is these 41 years of my life in Madras Lane.
我从25岁牧养到65岁，
I was shepherded from the age of 25 to the age of 65.
我在这里开始牧会的工作。
And I started shepherding here.
我也站在这里结婚，
And I got married in this church.
后来也是在这里生孩子，
I had my children here.
我的孩子也在这里结婚。
My children were also married here.
我的外孙也是在这里出生，
And my grandson was born here as well.
在这里我得到生命的成长。
I have grown my life here.
当然，我也经历心灵的挣扎，
I've also struggled with my inner heart.
为着教会的工作在那边忧心，
I'm worried about the ministry of the church.
为着会友的需要在那边恳求。
And I prayed for the needs of my members.
生命的辛酸苦辣、喜怒哀乐，我都经历过了。
I have experienced the various tastes of life.
然而，这些都是帮助我生命成长的素质来。
However, these are the qualities that help my life to grow.
所以要谢谢你们，谢谢教会给我这个机会，
Therefore, I would like to thank you all
让我能够跟你们一起成长。
for giving me the opportunity to grow.
所以也恳求你们继续为我们祷告，
And I ask you to continue to pray for us.
也纪念这位跟你们相处多年的老牧师啊，老
To
牧师。
remember this senior pastor who has been with you all for many years.
牧师老了，需要你们关心了哈。
The pastor is getting older and he is in need of your care.
那么最后就恳求大家继续跟新的牧师一起配搭，一起侍奉。
Last but not least, please continue to work with the new pastor to create a new history for the church,
再创我们有角路教会的历史，
to achieve a better history for this church.
让我们的教会更上一层楼。
May our church achieve better.
这就是我的期待，也就是我的祷告。
This is my heartfelt prayer and expectation.
愿主赐福你们，
May the Lord bless all of you.
报答你们过去对我的关怀和支持。
Thank you for all the care and support that I've received from all of you.
我们一起祷告。
Let us pray.
天父来到你的面前，献上感恩，谢谢你让你的仆人能够在有角路的教会侍奉41年，为着过去的年日献上感恩，谢谢你一路的同在，一路的同行。虽然经过风风雨雨、艰难的道路，然而你没有离开你的仆人，你应许你的恩典够他用。谢谢主，让你的仆人能够服侍到退休为止。这41年，你的恩典，仆人数算不尽，唯有献上感恩。愿主你继续祝福你自己的教会。那求主你继续与新的牧者同在，也继续把你的恩典赐给他，让他有聪明智慧，来跟教会的知识会友一起来配搭，继续来发展主你自己的教会。天父，谢谢你，你是爱我们的，你也爱你自己的教会。祷告仰望，靠我主耶稣基督得胜的名求，阿门。